very inspiring to see how people are really bending over backwards to get financial access to people on the bottom so that they also can get, the benefits on a daily basis.
Those off the grid using kerosene and batteries spend up to 20 times more on their energy service than those connected to the grid.
It's not possible to just cherry pick off the top. Where is that high impact? Where is that high growth? But you need to have players really engaged from the start of that business, from that person with an excellent idea, but not the education, not the necessary business training and acumen to really have the confidence and empowerment to move to seed capital and then business launch.
I think we also had an excellent representation internationally, both from Africa and Asia. And we had people at various stages also of their business. So you had some very early stage businesses as well as some very mature businesses with huge numbers on the board. That made for a very interesting crowd.
This whole link between energy access and finance for the consumer is key. And I could see there was a very strong emphasis on end user financing, working with microfinance partners and other types of banks. And that for us is really critical to our business.
In most of the rural areas where we operate, when the sun goes down at 5, the business shuts down. And if we're going to really make a difference, like we say, then we decided to bring into place a product that can help improve the livelihood of the consumer at home and also improve the business viability going forward.
So they're combining a livelihood generation loan with a cooking loan, with a sanitation loan and an energy loan, in the hope that the livelihood generation loan will, if none of these actually bring in additional income, the livelihood generation loan should be able to cover this as well.
First, there's been, of course, this rapid adoption of mobile phones and network coverage across most of the unelectrified areas. And then, of course, you have a massive market now that's very familiar with this pricing model, pay as you go for a particular service. Advancements in mobile money, of course, particularly in East Africa, make it a lot easier to digitize and process very small payments.
If you look at the microfinance sector, grant money pretty much built the whole microfinance sector. You can't forget that. It is what it is today, based on the fact that there was grants providing financing to NGOs who became more commercial entities. The grants work very well even in our portfolio. And I think the important thing is to really focus in on capacity building activities.
We have put in place this loan program whereby we provide the liquidity upfront to the financial institutions for on-lending for solar purposes.
I think it's crucial that different kind of stakeholders try to work together. So financial institutes, but also different kind of stakeholders in the supply chain, small ones, but also the big ones, the big retailers, the big producers, because otherwise it will never be mainstreamed and it always stays as a niche function.
We believe in partnership so that each one will bring his added advantage and we can be quickly efficient that way. This is why we have partnered with Schneider.
Certainly for UNCDF, it's very important that we relate energy not for energy per se, but what energy can do for poor people in terms of their livelihoods and their income. How do we work with organizations, enterprises, microfinance institutions, financial institutions in an incubation safe space so that there is a learning environment with knowledge and people are able to take risks and hopefully develop a business model that they can scale up.
The most incredible thing about entry-level lighting is the way it establishes trust in technology. For many of our customers, this will probably be the first or the second piece of modern technology that they own after a mobile phone. And we asked them how we could improve. This was just 3 or 4 months ago. And across all 4 countries, the one way in which we could improve was the same. They said, we want bigger lights. We want lights that can charge phones. We want more of this technology. We see how much money we're saving. We're convinced.